Christmas may have just passed and New Year's is right around the corner, but why do I have all these boxes for Halloween merchandise up? Well, there's a very simple reason, and it's because today we're looking at The Ultimate Michael Myers from Halloween 2 by NECA. Now, there's a reason why there haven't been many figures of Michael Myers over the, not even when NECA started making figures of characters like him. And I think it's not officially said, like no one has officially said this, but I'm fairly certain the reason why is because unlike with Jason, where you've got like so many variants of him, starting with the sackhead Jason in part 2, and then the green shirt and hockey mask in 3, 4, it was not that different, but but moving on forward to 5, he had like the Michael Myers as jumpsuit, and it wasn't even him, and he also had a different mask in that one. 6, I'm just saying, there's a lot of variants to Jason's look over the years, and even when you have a character like Freddy, who's worn the same sweater and fedora over the years, they've done some things with him to change up his look, or at least give him like something to sort of variation on his appearance. Like in the Freddy figure I went over like God almost 2 years ago. For example, had like the version of where the knives were coming out of the fingers, but there was no glove on. And then you had that time he had that his glove, the knives turned into syringes and Dream Warriors. There have been figures of Freddy when he took on the form of a surgeon, that shirt and tie, twice. Yes, that actually happened in the original series twice. But Michael Myers hasn't really changed his look over the years. It's been the same overalls. The only real variant has been the mask, and that's just because sometimes the mask uses cloth hair that stands up like this over here, or sometimes it's rubber hair that lays flat. And occasionally the eyes are more visible. The only real variant came in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, where a hoodie was added, or some kind of hooded jacket, and the mask looked more like it started rotting. It started breaking up or rotting away. Not to mention that he wore a jack-o'-lantern mask as well in the first Rob Zombie Halloween. But yeah, that's the unofficial reason why there haven't been many Michael Myers figures over the years. Thankfully, I apologize for every time that happens. Thankfully, NECA did provide us with this figure based off of Halloween 2. Now, at first, I thought this mask right here was supposed to be... They did very briefly use the original mask from 1978, the Captain Kirk mask, spray-painted white, but they had to have a new one made because the old one was starting to age very badly, and it got its absolute worst by 1988. They used it for one scene there, and that's the infamous scene where the hair appeared blonde. So yeah, I think that was the last time the original mask was ever used. It was really starting to wear out after all that time. But no, the mask didn't start yellowing until 1988 or so. This is actually the the Ben Tramer mask, the guy in Halloween 2 who got hit by the car and set on fire, apparently. Although, no, wait, scratch what I said earlier about because that mask may have been the original mask starting to turn yellow, but I'm not entirely sure. That's what the original mask was used for, but if that's the case, then it would have ended up destroyed because they wouldn't be able to use it again in Halloween 4, the one time it appeared. But, enough about that. So, yeah, let's check out, this figure. Aside this NECA figure, I think the only Michael Myers, merchandise or figures I can recall a Rob Zombie Halloween Michael that was like 18 inches tall, and it played the Halloween theme. I had it years ago before I even did this channel. I wish I would have it here. And not to mention NECA's recent Halloween figure for Halloween 2018. But yeah, that's a recent blockbuster film that they. I love these NECA boxes that I really don't want to have to get rid of them. They're just, even on their own, they're just such nice pieces. They're designed to display these figures without ever actually opening them, but still. So as is typical with a lot of NECA products, you get a ton of accessories to choose from. So glad I got these scissors. The sculpt is spot on. Pretty solid. Got one, two. There's a few good points of articulation. Got the Ben Tramer head right there. Yeah, I can literally have it like. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm trying to make this camera balance without tipping it over. The pumpkin is from the title screen, which only appeared in, I believe, the second and the first film. It's the only, not in Halloween 2018. Was the only time they had the opening scene with the pumpkin show up. And it says, wow, look at that. It's actually pretty cool. Wonder if I can, would be nice if I could find a way to get, if he can hold, if the stem was a little longer in design so that he could hold it. Not much in the way of weapons. We have a scalpel. Oh man, these are so tiny. I almost lost them on the floor. A scalpel, a syringe, a hammer, and the long kitchen knife. Sorry, these aren't showing up on camera, right? So, but of course, let's give the weapon Michael's always known for. Yeah, I think Halloween has the most Halloween 2 has like, it's not just a knife of the whole movie. Halloween 2 was released during the boom of the slasher films in the early 80s, so they obviously would have changed up some things. And hand popped off. Had Michael, we had more variance in how people kept getting offed in the movie, basically. Okay, the hands are in some kind of protected tray. I think, let's see, left, right. Yeah. I can actually have them dual wield. Just pop that on and back, and there we go. Oh, darn it, Michael. Okay. And there we have it. Yeah, that's one thing I just love about NECA figures is like you get a lot of accessories. You get variants on the head sculpts or hands. You can strike different poses. Oh, he also came with like the bleeding eyes version of the regular mask. But yeah, so we may not have many Michael Myers figures to choose from, but at least we've got at least one classic version. So I'll see you all next time. Thank you and good night.